Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This episode is, what is this episode? I have lost my little card Deweys. Maybe the card is, we will figure it out as we go along. We have two things that we need to work on. One is the baseball program journal, and the other is the coffee journal. I have no idea where I am on the coffee journal. I have totally lost the plot. Here are some bits and pieces that we can move out of the way. I have a cup of tea because it's serious this morning when you start off with a cup of tea. I hope everybody is doing pretty decent today. The sun's out, but it is not warm. These little bits are from what is it from? It's for the coffee journal. It is from the Happy Mail. And I had a certain amount of these items that I'm allowed to pick. And so it's a big sort of carton of pre-punched shapes. And I like these shapes an awful lot. There we are. So I've got corners, little squares and circles. So one of the things that I wanted to do with this is stamp it. Possibly with some kind of background. I'm hoping that I have the background readily available. This is going to be my stamp on stuff. I have two kind of much loved, very weak brown inks. I also have somewhere that way access to some of those, I can't remember the brand off the top of my head, the square box, the 3-inch square boxes. The ones Tim Holtz uses. I don't know if that's any help. So here's one bin that I'm putting off to the side. It's not particularly full. This is my working bin, and so I have this stamp, a whimsy stamp that is just text. And do I have anything else in here? Here's another one, which is a little teacup, but that's not going to work so much for any of these. Pardon me, boarding house reach. And this one, which comes from a UK card making journal that we get here periodically. And I think I had it out for that. So let us do at least some stamping. Let us start with that. Get rid of this. And I've got to stand up. Of course, I've got to go just over here and bring my paper bin over so that I can easily put scraps to the side. So here's my thought, and I do have one. I would like to have these all out. And I think these would be fun decoration for a coffee journal, insofar as that it can be sort of symbolic of steam, maybe? I'll do some of that. I'll do all of them, might as well. I think there's only 12. Oh, 13. 13? Sure, why not? Okay, so it doesn't really much matter how I have these arranged, I don't suppose. There we are. There we are. What do I want? There we are. That's better. Goes over there. Da, 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 da. So I'll do these one at a time. And we'll see how they work. And if they don't work, well, we'll have information about how they don't work. How do I want to print this? I think this way would probably be better. So I'm just gonna inkaroo. I don't know which one is I think this one has more ink on it. another thing we will find out. Oops. Ooh, it is. What am I looking for? I'm looking to test to see how much ink there. You know what? Let's just do it right, do it pink. Put that on, go get the right. Distress oxide is what I was trying to think of. And I have two colors. I have Rusty Hinge and I have Ground Espresso. And I am going to put a little bit of this on, just because I might give it some visual color variety. And then the rest of this is going to be possibly all stamped off. Okay, wish us luck, good luck, Godspeed, and go. And we can put the cap back on. I'm gonna have a swig of tea while we wait. We are, and how did it work? Oh, okay. Need a white sheet here to put them on to sort of see how they went. I'm happy with that. Yeah, they'll do just fine. That's fun. Okay, so I got that one. Any of these other ones need another go? I think this one possibly needs another go. This one needs another go. Well, I am pleased. It's, as my dad would say, never a doubt. Never a doubt. Okay. And I don't think any of them light colored oxide. I should probably, overstamp it. There we are. Pat, 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 pat. There we are. Put the cap back on. While we're waiting for this ink to transfer, I have seen people use the outline of this to create a 3x3 square journaling card, kind of like an ATC, but a 3x3. I think there is also something called inchies, which are an inch-by-inch square, or twinchies, which are 2. I guess there's thrinchies. I think this is 3x3 as a size. There we are. Oh yes, these turned out lovely. I'm liking that. So let's put these on this paper here so we can see how they turned out. Very nice indeed. So we've got that. Now let's do some corners. Now I'm gonna think about the corner. I'm gonna get rid of this because ink is confusing. Come on. There we are. Ooh. So if we do this, and like that. Do that. See, the thing with this is it's directional, and me being a little clever bear and probably having made the mistake once before, when I picked it up I lost orientation, so this tells me what the top end is, these little arrows here, so I can be completely confused and then get information and then just do it correctly. So if I do, why did I do this? So this is so that I could create a corner to corner. This is opposite corners, so let's do that. So we'll probably need to do 2 sets of Stamperoos. Get these a little bit straighter. There we are. So we won't do those yet. We'll do these first. And I'm going to go clonk, potentially. Yes, I'm going to do clonk. That way. Okay, so that's the side. Okay, that should be enough. There we are. I feel like this is the pattern that is emerging here is press down a stamp, have a swig. A non-harmful junk journaling drinking game. Let's see. Oh, I hope these turned out. Ooh. So let's do this again. So there we are. Yep, that turned out nice. So I'm going to put these hoops all together so I've got a little bit more space. There we are. And now we're going to do this. Come on. So what am I doing then? I'll have 2 at the top and I'll have 2 more for the bottom. And this is going to be a straight line and that's going to be this way. So it's just straight down, up and down here. Pink. There we are. And these turned out great as well. Perfect. Okay. Let's put those up there. Those up there. And then we've got these little bits that look like that. Okay. Now where did the teacup go? No, it's not on there. Here it is. I don't know if the teacup will fit on here. Ooh, it would, it would, it would. Okay, so we'll have to do a couple of those. And be right back. There we are. Feel like I should, you know what? I'm just gonna print it on here because sometimes I get you don't want to waste ink, etc., etc. For anyone who is new, I have some brain issues, and one of the things that makes me overwhelmed is having to keep every bit of paper and having to be super efficient at all things. So sometimes we're not, and I am unapologetic about it, because if I didn't do it, I would be frozen, and I don't want to be frozen. I want to be able to make things. And I also want to be an example for other people who are tied up in their worries about being, well, if I have to do it this way, or I have to do it that way, and then you're so worried about it you don't do anything, and that's no fun. It's not fair. So, as the great Tim Holtz says, you do you, and you are perfect as you are. That's my Mr. Rogers story for the day as well. Okay, let's stamp a teacup. So this is not... Okay, we'll have to just do one. I think it's going to be a little too big for the square. There's a journaler on YouTube that I have just recently found. Her name is Janet Nash. Janetnash. And she has what she calls a, wow, it just nails the edge. Okay, so we got to do another one of those. She has what she calls a gentle junk journal channel, and it is possibly one of the best ones that I have seen for people who may have mental health issues, that need something that is just kind and soft and gentle and supportive and just a loving, soft place to land. She does a live every Monday morning for about 2 hours, and then throughout the week she'll do bits and pieces of this and that. And she is a legit journaler. She is making journals, making ephemera, doing slow stitching, doing painting, and a lot of really interesting ideas. She's from the UK. So if that's something that interests you, or it's something that you know would be of interest to someone else that you know and love, I will do my best to link in the notes below. I am not the best notes linker, but I will try, because I know this may be of help to other people. And now I'm just gonna do a different color now, just because I can. Boop. I don't need all that many of these, I don't think, because it would be funny in a journal to have every second page have the same image. Three's enough? Three's enough, okay. If three's enough, there we are. What else do we want to do? I can do one of these this way. Yes, this way, yep. Do it in a different color. Do it in this, what do we call this? Rusty hinge. Not bad. That's even straight. Well, that's uncharacteristic. You know it's true. There we are. There we are. And down this way. So after this, we need to do a bit of an inventory of where we're at. Oh dear. Yeah, we're on the right side. Ooh, yeah, that turned out nice. Okay. So here, voici les résultats. So I've got some squares, which turned out really nice, some triangles, and I've got some teacups, coffee cups, I suppose we should call them. And I can just do a last stamp off here. Oh, I think you're supposed to peel this off if you want. Interesting. Okay, so those are the inks. We don't need to worry about those. This is the only thing I don't like about these inks, is it's so hard to get the caps on right after all the work. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that over there. This needs to go back in its little spot. There we are, we've got that. Float these off to the side. There we are. Oh, I gotta put this one back. There it is. All the way in. Yep, there we are. Good job. Okay, so that amount of excitement is done. Now what do we do? So we should really do a regroup on the coffee. And I need a piece of paper to write on, and I don't think it's going to be this. And we can bid that a fond farewell. Am I going to be right back? Or am I going to be able to use some paper that's around? Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. It's ridiculous that getting a piece of paper and a pen is this hard for somebody who does junk journaling, but there we are. So this is a coffee journal. And today is April something. I don't know. Oh, wait, I do know. 19th. Okay, that looks official now. We've got things to do, places to go, people to see. Oh, hey, we get to start on a new food magazine. That's exciting. These magazines are my glue books. That's always fun to finish one and start a new one. So this are bits and pieces that we wanted to have prepared, and we've done that. So we've got some, what do we call it, stuff to work with? Let's call it stuff to work with. Let's bring this box over here and see what's in here. Oh my God, it's heavy. Oh yeah, okay, so, well, so here's the book I want to use. I got it properly ripped out, which is always fun. Got some pages, good book pages and so forth. This is, I think, going to be my journal cover. Oh, so also important for people who are new to the random number generated journal making. One of the things I am allowed is I roll the dice for a budget. And this project's budget, I think, is $6. It's so that I don't go and spend a ridiculous amount of money just to create one journal. it's to be able to go into my stash and then use my stash. But I do want a tiny bit of money to play with, and then any money I don't spend, I'll put it in a pot, and then at some point when I've amassed enough, let's hope I amass, we can go buy something fun. So, long story short, one of the things that I bought were these coffee swizzle sticks, because I have an idea for something also on the inside, and I thought this was just a really fun addition. And so I want to do that. That's the cover. And I think I'm going to do that as well. And I'm going to stamp coffee down the side like that. So I have got to do, what do we call these? Journal topper? Journal topper. Clearly I need to pick paper for 2 signatures. The number of signatures also is randomly generated. 2, and I think I wanted 15 pages each. Okay, so we've got that. Set that aside. I have beads. That's me stretching. So there we are. So I made some fabric beads, and then some of these beads, whoops, I have further decorated. And what do I want to do? So I want to do some more decorating, because they're kind of plain and they're kind of fun when they're decorated. So that's another project I need to do. So put that down. Finish fabric beads. And I think if I get that far, that will be great, because then I will have the, so all of that, and then sew in signature. And then we will have a journal done. And then next step will be all of the ephemera. And needing to make pockets, because pockets are essentially the thing, pockets are the glue that gets the writing space connected to the journal. And it is a revelation to know that you can't do much without a pocket or some kind of attachment feature of the journal to whatever the floaty thing is, i.e. a journal card, a tag, whatever. So that's that. Good job done there. I'm going to put that over there. That bin is also for that. And then I'm just going to give you a quick tour, very, very quick tour of what I think has got a lot of potential for custom journal making. If you know somebody who follows a particular team, getting team-related or sport-related ephemera is easier than you might think. So for me, my team and my sport is baseball. And my team is the Toronto Blue Jays. And I was able to purchase, do I have the cover still somewhere? Bueller? Did I use it? Possibly used it already. Wow, that was fast. So this is a program. It costs about $6 Canadian, and there's 26, 28 pages, possibly more than that. And it is full of team content. So this is beautiful pictures of the players, the logo, information about the teams. Here's a quiz, more players. You can do a lot with the contents of such a book. And just by tearing it up and then using them as, as cards, we all know how to create the tags and the journaling cards and the pages and all that kind of stuff. So strongly recommend that if you are thinking about what do I get, I want to make a journal for somebody specific, and not sure that they're going to be, their interests aren't necessarily Jane Austen or a shabby chic Paris journal. This is certainly a way to be able to create something custom to them, and also for the low cost of one of the team programs, you can get a ton of very team focused or topic focused pages. So this is more spare pages, and I do one of these every year for my team because I see a lot of games. I'm lucky to be close enough within the Canadian borders of the Toronto Dome. This is the book that I want to use, and I also score games, which is another, it's deep nerd in my world. So I have created pages. So I have taken, so this is the center spread of the program, folded up the bottom, folded the two sides in, and then I have a pocket on this side, and then I'll have a pocket on this side and a pocket on this side. One of the difficult things is you're gonna have to make choices about, well, do I lose the schedule? Do I lose the scorecard? What do I keep? What do I give up? If that's trouble, think about getting two programs. We certainly buy two bundles of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that is ridiculously expensive, probably way more than $6, and we will buy 2 or 3 of those easy peasy when we worry about front side and back side. Or you just make choices. So you know that so-and-so isn't a player of interest, so we can pass on that. Sometimes there's advertisements. George Springer, he is one of our fabulous players, so it's easy for me to pick, okay, he's going to be seen. This is an opposing team, so I'm happy to have that sort of somewhat obscured. So I've got these as pages. So each one of these is going to be a page. Should have enough pages. I'm still trying to figure out where to fold it, so some of this isn't the best, but it's okay. We're fine. Under the banner of ephemera. Oh, this is where the front covers went. So one of the things that's in the pages is they're sort of four tall in terms of their players, and I have just made bookmarks out of them. And they will eventually be journaling cards. This was 2 players that were top and bottom that were sort of first string players. So I made a large journal card out of it. The same thing with this one, I was able to get a large journaling card. This is the cover. You can tell because there's the $6. So that's the cover. And I just made a journaling spot. This is also part of the cover, so the cover sort of goes like that. That's what the cover looks like. And again, oh, I didn't post it the right way. Next level is our hashtag, small card. Oh yes, Mig. So this is Miguel Cabrera. He is not a Blue Jay, but he is a fabulous player on the Detroit Tigers, and he is retiring this year. He'll probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And this is a little bit of a write-up, so that's why that's all together, so I can keep that. And here's another Happy George Springer with a nice journaling card on it. So I might do some outlines in a blue thread or a green thread or a red thread or something like that. I'm debating whether or not to put any paper in, but I think I don't need to. I've got enough spaces here. I've got all the pockets, and what I just need to do is use paper, fill it up. And so that's my idea for using a program or a team program and then making a journal out of it. So as I progress here, I'll keep you updated on what it ends up looking like. And sometimes it takes a while. I don't usually ever start the season with one made because I need to have the program before I get going. But maybe around mid-season, I've got my act together enough that I've got something together. Anyways, I think that is all for now. We've done an update and a little bit more progress on the coffee journal, so yay us. Showed you the ideas for the program journal. And I think that is all for now. I think what I need to do is a little bit of behind the scenes working on maybe a little bit of this, and then we'll regroup and I'll see you again real soon. And hopefully we'll be able to do some more work on our coffee journal. That is it for now. So please like, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you're interested in saying this about that. I'm always happy to have questions, and I've got a little bit of a backlog and I need to get going on answering some of your lovely comments below. Anyways, thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.